Okay, so now having already secured our motherboard into the frame of this tablet of ours, let's plug in our USB into our charging system that we have just fixed, plugging in, and we get ourselves a nice battery charging icon, and it's moving up and down. So welcome back to Phone Lookout. Today we show you how to replace or fix the charging system of a smartphone, and in this case ours is, I think, a tablet. I do not know whether to bring this as a laptop or as a tablet or as a smartphone, but anyways I decided to bring it here on Phone Lookout either way. It's a toddler's mini computer, I suppose. I think tablet. This is how it looks like. Pardon the picture, like that. I think I might show you a full picture of how the thing looks like, but I think you get the idea of how the thing looks like. I don't know whether it's supposed to be a pig or so, or I don't know, but yeah. So it just gave me the opportunity to bring to you yet another charging system problem, actually port, and right there. So when you look carefully in this thing right here, you'll notice that that port there looks actually quite widened. So we are going to fix this charging problem by simply replacing that port. Having said that, let's proceed and get right into it. Okay, let's get started with it. Okay, now first things first, we will have to open this tablet or this smartphone or this portable computer, whatever it is. Now let me just turn it upside down. I have hit a bit of a brick wall because I couldn't get the right screw tip from amongst these to use to open this, so I decided to use an improvised minus tip. This is from a bicycle spoke. It sort of reminds me of back when I was a kid and had to improvise ways of having to open radios as I tinkered with them anyways. So that knowledge has come back today in handy, in that you can see what I have right there. That's how it looks like. At the tip it's simply flattened and almost at the same size. Now let me just get right in and open that. So, okay. A1 is out, 2 is out, 3 is coming out, okay, 3 is out, then go around. So let me remove all of them and then come back for the sake of storage. Okay, most of the screws now open. Let me just flip it around such that they pour out. They are out, at least the majority. Right there, you can see a multitude of screws lying right there. Now let me see if there's any that has remained. Of course there's one that has remained here. It didn't come out all the way, so let me deal with that. It's out also, and then one other last one right there. Okay, let me try to magnetize my thing and then get that screw out. Okay, now that it is out, sorry about the camera shake. It's just that it's a very tight space to have this big thing in. So now we are going to get it to separate, and using my surgical blade to get in between that gap right there, and that lifts up. Okay. Okay, so this comes out like that. Let me see, and that's what we have. So these Chinese do not relax, so they decided to design a tablet but to be sold purposely to children. But anyway, it's a good thing because it helps you save your phone a lot of trouble, because they can use this by themselves. Now what do I want to do? I want to work on the charging port. So let me begin by unplugging the battery. The battery is out. I don't know whether you can see it. That's the battery right there, and the speaker. I don't know whether this is supposed to be a subwoofer, I don't know, but that is a 3-watt speaker I found in almost radios, pocket radios, portable radios. And then let me unplug the speaker. So the speaker and battery are out, and being out, since we want to work on this a charging system right there. Let me get us a bit down, right there. We are interested in that guy. That's the guy we are going to replace. Now, having said that, the next thing is to actually remove that motherboard from the frame of the tablet. So that is out. Get in there, pull that out, get that out, and then the other one out also. Now we have here on the board itself, we have 1, 2, 3 screws that we will have to free if we are going to get out our motherboard. So one of them is out, the second one is out, and the third one is out. Okay, having come out, the next thing is to pull out our motherboard, and of course there's that last connector right there, and then let's plug out the microphone. Okay, now I see the Wi-Fi antenna is. It's not until you fall that you fly. Okay, now having ignore the call. Having got the motherboard out, the next thing is to actually get the port ready for replacement, and that's the port for you right there. And now let's get to removing it. First of all, let's get this out of place. Okay, this is out, and therefore we remain with this. Now we have to pick that port out, but before we do that, let's first confirm that we have a replacement port, and then come back. So we have got some sample ports. I just need to confirm how it anchors on board, but from the looks of it, when I look at that port, it seems to bear similarity with this one right here, and I am going to just cut one out of this to place there. But before I do that, I will have to release this one from the motherboard such that I am able to replace it. Now I'm going to use a hot air station to do that. And then let me take you to that side such that I get some enough working area. Now I'm going to change the mode. So what I'm going to do is deliver heat from the top. I had hoped to deliver it from the bottom, but then I realized I may damage my camera. So let me bring it from afar. That's about 300 degrees heat, and then come and focus it on that pot while lifting it up. Then also the heat and just come out. So that's our dead pot, and if you look at it critically, let me first turn it around. You can see that it is actually widened Will you be able to see it anyways? Right there, it is widened, so I'm going to replace that with one of these new ones right there. So let me get one out such that we can see how the perfect one looks like. Okay, that was my hot air gun powering down. Okay, now this is how the perfect one should look like. If you look carefully right there, that's how the perfect one should look like. Now the next stage is to place it. So to place it, first of all, we'll have to prepare where it has to go. But from the looks of it, I don't think I'll have to do a lot of preparing there, because these holes where the groove of the pot should enter are hollow. So I'm just going to insert it right into those holes and press it down like that. So what now remains is me soldering it into place. Now I have to find my soldering iron and come so that we solder together. Okay, let me come back. So let me prepare my soldering iron. I've plugged it into power, and as it heats up, let me find my flax. And I'm going to apply it there. Now that's the terminals that actually do the real work here. Now having done that, the next thing is to clean up the tip of my soldering iron so that it is ready to do the initial soldering job. And having done that, now I am going to go right in there. I hope you able to follow with me. Okay, so terminal per terminal, and just like that we are good. All the 5 terminals of that pot are in place. Lucky for me, I was already soldered at the point where we were going to place the pot. Now this hasn't really settled in perfectly, but let me squeeze it down. Okay, I think that's that. Now what do I want? So what I want is to simply put some solder to those points that anchor it. Let me bring it. I do not know whether you're still seeing me there in frame, so I'm putting my screwdriver underneath it to press the pot up into the board as I add some more paste to its anchor legs, albeit from the lower side. And then onto there. Okay, having done that, then the next one, that's literally the last one, right there, applied, and then there, applied. I actually didn't expect the soldering gun to work for me because it was a bit blunt. The one I normally use decided to hide. Okay, I believe that's perfect enough, but I'm just going to go around the 5 terminals again. But before I do that, let me put some flax there, and I hope I'm not over trying to make it nice. At times you overdo and even undo the good that you had initially done. Okay, now that's almost it. Yeah, I believe it's firm, but I really wanted to add some solder there to the anchor point from this other side. Let me attempt to do that. Okay, it's a bit tricky, but let me get there. Right there. Are you able to see? Okay, there. To apply some solder right there. I want it on that leg. Okay, that's something. That's the best I could manage. And so the next thing is just to put it back into the tablet and test it for proper charging. I don't like this adhesive. It is giving me a lot of hard time. Okay, so that's how it is looking like right there. Don't know whether on this side you're able to see anything. Yeah, so that's how we have dealt with this charging problem. Now let's just plug it in. I am going to assemble it off camera. Okay, let me zoom out. Let's bring this right here and then start to assemble it. Okay, no problem. Now I am going to assemble it right in here and then plug in the charger to test. But yeah. Which one? The headset series. Yeah, you're really watching them. Yeah. I'm going to put the second last video. I actually put it. It's going to be the last one. Hey, you're signed in. I'm impressed.
You first added us to someone. To the Telegram group.
Oh yeah. What I liked about the Telegram group, I think you cannot see other people who.
I can't see.
That's a peace of mind. So me, in this, I feel like there are 60 people have added. I feel like when I added, I'm like, if someone leaves, it's okay, but let me try to build it and see it.
Man, the Telegram features are like the best you can ever find. You can have a group where you don't know each other, you actually don't know who created the group, where everything's totally anonymous. Then you all meet and contribute.
WhatsApp annoys me in a way that you can call you like, hey, by the way, I'm selling insurance. I got you from the wedding group. I like you. Now it's worse if the Alliance Global guy is in there. Would you want to make money at home? Yeah. It's well. Yeah. I'll just because the final thing will be the size of the phone, because I know 5,000 milliampere can be got because there are phones with that capacity. Yeah. So I think yours is, if it is at 11 volts, those about 3 cells. If it is at 14 volts, 4 cells. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's about 3 cells. Yeah, okay.
Wait, so you'll have to get 3 or 5,000 in case you want to make 5,000?
Yes. They all have to be identical.
So that's why I go and first head to the Infinix shop.
Yeah,
you guys.
get me the 5,000 batteries.
Yeah. That's how it works.
Yeah.
I mean, just for the whole process works. I don't want to jump into next year without a battery.
I know. And this is good. But my fear is, I hope it had some charge, because that control board has a
charge. Keeps charge for like 5 minutes.
Then that's okay. Because usually when you leave it totally drained, there's some smart battery monitoring IC. Once you terminate power to that, even if you assemble anything, it can never work. So even when you're building it, before you disconnect, like you have to.
Oh, it's supposed to have power.
It should not lose power. I don't know why they did it very complicated like that. That's the blunder this guy did.
And you lost
okay, yeah, that guy there. And Bambi had already got because his battery was not available locally, so he bought another battery and went to assemble itself. But the blunder he made, before it used to keep charge for like 10 minutes. What he made was he kept it in a discharge state. Totally after, and picked it after 3 months.
That was really bad. Everything there is
now manufacturers, they're trying to see to it that people don't repair. Yeah. Because lately, Asus now problems where you could diagnose RAM issues by removing the RAM chip and soldering the RAM chips directly on the motherboard. The CPU used to be removable, in that you can diagnose the CPU or the motherboard being dead by removing one of them, eliminating one of them. Right now, you just buy the whole thing because you can't replace it. So you're buying a CPU, yet your CPU was okay, plus the motherboard. If your CPU fails, you're buying the motherboard plus the CPU.
You have to buy the whole motherboard.
And the price is ridiculous, because all those with CPU soldered on the board do not go below $150. Like, that's like 600. I mean, get another PC. Then now lately they're putting batteries inside. There's no problem where the PC has jam, has frozen, pull out the battery, plug it in. Now you have to look for technician.
All the notebooks that are coming right now, all the batteries are inside.
Even these low-end PCs, all of them are having. My guys are borrowing from iPhone's model.
Yeah, but you should put your PC inside.
Yeah, well, okay, you leave it open like that. This is charge. Thanks, man. Kawa. Oh, sorry, I did not know we were still recording. And let's wrap it up by reconnecting everything as they were. Okay, now I've finished installing the motherboard back into the frame. The next thing is to bring the back cover that holds the battery and the speaker. And so let me zoom out. And then plug in our speaker. So far enough, it has 2 speaker inlets, outputs. So I think it could actually sustain a battery in stereo mode. Okay, having plugged that in, let me temporarily close it and then get my USB and plug it into our new replaced charging port and see what happens. Okay, let me pick my USB and bring it. Sorry about that. Now I'm going to plug it right in, right there. Okay, that was my kettle boiling, so I had to go and turn it off. It's a bit not automated. I disable. Anyway, let's go back to plugging in our USB right into our replaced port right there. Okay, plugging in the USB. Having plugged in, let's see what happens to the screen. Okay, that battery icon appears right there, followed by that one. So I think I can now proceed to close it up. Let's see how the entire guy looks like. This is how it looks like right there. think he's actually happy that he can now charge. And you see the indicating light for charging is right there. So that was a mini video to show you how to change the charging port for this guy here. And thank you for watching. Please do subscribe.